Hello, I'm Adam from Board at Home. Welcome to All Aboard and a brand new week. So we are going to kick off today's episode with a look back at our Formula D Grand Prix events that we ran last night. That was Sunday the 4th. So here's one of the trophies for it. We'll go into that a little bit later. We had a really good time. 9 people for the Grand Prix. This is the first one that we have run for Formula D, and we had an absolute blast doing it. We had a 2-lap track on the Monaco racetrack and then a street race afterwards over 1 lap to determine our winner. Each player that placed first, second, third got a lovely little trophy like this. We also had the obligatory wooden spoon, and we had a Carmageddon King for someone who caused the most damage, which was one of our regulars, Chris, who managed to total his car for 15 damage in one turn without flipping it or having to restart before a bend. So well done there. I got the silver place, the second place, so very pleased with that. Had an amazing time with everyone that attended. We will be running another Formula D GP in the future, probably in a couple of months' time, so do keep an eye out for that if you would like to join in. If we get enough people, we will just run 2 on the same evening. So again, thank you to everyone who came along, and I dedicate this silver place trophy to my teammates and my adversaries on the racetrack. So next up we have our product highlight. We will begin with this week's game of the week, and that is Kahuna from Cosmos Games. Now this is a 2-player game. It has been out for a while, but we recently had a restock of it and we just wanted to show it off some more. So this is a strategy game where you will be using cards to create connections between different islands. You can only do that if the islands have a connection and you have those cards in your hands, and the objective is to have the most connections on any one island that will allow you to place one of these markers. Now this can shift over the course of the game. There are things that allow you that when you place a marker you can take someone else's connection marker off, so it's not just as cut and dry as place a marker, you get the connection, you get the islands. It is a very flowing game as well, but it is a really tightly designed 2-player strategy game. So if you enjoy things like chess checkers, you're looking for something a little bit different, or like me, you enjoy games like Corridor, Koali, Quixo, Quirkle, some of the more abstract strategy games in the shop, then this equally is going to be one for you to take a look at. We do have this in the library, so you can play it beforehand. There's a very unique scoring system to it as well that really keeps you on your toes when you're making those connections between the different islands. But I can thoroughly recommend this as a great 2-player game, as a great abstract strategy game as well, and that is why it is this week's game of the week. We have plenty in stock. As I said, we've got the demo copy as well that you can try out, so do come down and you might discover your new favourite strategy game. Next on our product highlight, we just wanted to go over some of our more family friendly games in the library. So we're going to begin here with Farm Club, this lovely pink piggy box. So this game is a they called it sort of a worker placement game, but really it's sort of like a pattern building game, a bit of a set collecting game as well. So you have animals and cards that you select on your turn, and then you place the animal somewhere within your farm. There's 9 spaces, 1 space for your leader as well, which I'll explain in just a moment. And then what you're trying to do is that you've got these different cards here with all different objectives. They're either immediate or end of game, and what you'll be trying to do is obtain these objectives so that you can score them either immediately or end of game. End of game is a bit harder because some of them will want, for example, you to have more of one animal than the other, which means that if you do take that and you intend to score it, you'll need to make sure that you don't take those animals, which can be a bit testing sometimes, when there's an objective that you do want attached to an animal that you don't want, you then have to weigh up your choices there. You also have your farm leader. Your farm leader comes from a separate pile, and that one you get to choose whichever animal you like. You also have 5 cards next to them. Each of those cards gives you an extra bonus objective to complete. Now the good thing with the game is that there's 9 spaces, you make 9 choices, so the game ends once everyone's had 9 turns. So everyone will be able to pick a leader, will always get a choice of what leader that they want there to place in their game board. It's really good fun. It is a very straightforward game, but it's a great one for kids, good one for families, a nice little filler as well if you're just looking for something to cleanse the palate in between larger games. But can't recommend it enough. A great family game. If you haven't tried it, like all the other games that we have here, come on down and give it a go in the library first, and you may walk away with your new favourite. Next is Moon River. This is part of the King Domino series of games. Like King Domino, you'll be placing domino pieces with terrain features on them within your domain. This time it is your cowboy ranch, and you'll be scoring points based on how many of those are in there times the amount of animals that appear on them as well. This one, however, takes the original concept and gives it a twist in a new direction, where you're not just drafting the tiles, the domino tiles themselves, you're actually drafting each individual half and then putting them together as a jigsaw and then placing them within your ranch. Really fun game, really innovative. I really like how they've still got plenty of design space within the King Domino series, and this also has a couple of variants as well, so there are extra ways to play this game. There's new tokens as well. These are cowboys that will help you and hinder your opponents. They'll allow you to sort of steal and animals from other people, as well as have other benefits for you as well. Really, really solid game. This is one of those ones that I would say, if you do have the original King Domino, Queen Domino or King Domino Origins, I would still recommend this as an addition to that, not as a replacement. It really does play differently to those games enough that you're not just playing another King Domino game. So come on down, give it a go, try it out, take a look. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you do have. That is Moon River from Blue Orange Games. And then finally, for those who like a bit of deduction, maybe a bit of crime solving, we've got the Animals of Baker Street here. So this is one that we've had again in for a while now, and this is a great deduction game for kids, for families. So you are taking on the roles of different animals on Baker Street itself. So you've got Sherlock Holmes hounds, and then you've got all these other lovely cute little creatures. You'll be working on a map of Baker Street, and then there's a variety of different locations that you can visit. When you visit them, depending on which character you are playing as, you'll then match up your character to the location that you're at, and it will give you some kind of clue, like it will lose time or give you a 1 here, for example. Or it might just not give you anything. It might just misalign and not give you anything at all. Again, a really nice fun game. A good deduction game for kids, certainly. A bit light maybe for adults only. But if your kids are looking to play things like Cluedo, or already play Cluedo, looking for something else, then Animals of Baker Street certainly is one to take a look at. Loads of fun. You can't go wrong with that. So that's a look at some of our products this week. We now move on to Lorcana. This seems to be quite a mainstay in the shop at the moment, which is always good to see. We are nearing the end of our pre-order window for Lorcana. So if you haven't pre-ordered yet and you would like to pre-order, do get in touch with us, and we will send out the payment link. All payment links need to be paid by the end of this week. That is the 9th of February. Anything after that will be considered cancelled, and you'll just have to come in and see if you can get it first come, first served on the day. We do have 6 booster boxes left, and we have 7 gift sets left. These are also now open to people that have already made pre-orders. So if you're looking maybe to grab another booster box, or you haven't pre-ordered yet and you'd like to grab a booster box or a gift set, do let us know. We will send you that payment link, get that paid ASAP to secure your pre-order, and then that will be ready for you to collect on the 23rd of February. We also have spaces still for our launch party as well. We've got about 10 spaces left, so we are over halfway filled on this one. So again, if you'd like to join us, please do book. I'd hate for you to turn up, us be fully booked, and not be able to offer you a space to play. So that is everything for Lorcana into the Inklands. Obviously this week we have our regular scheduled events, so you can check those out at the end of the video. I'll have a list of everything that is going on. As for some of our events, some of our evenings, we are looking for a Dungeon Master to run a 4-player group on Friday nights. We've got a few people lined up who are ready to go, so if you would like to DM a ongoing campaign, do get in touch with us, and then we can get you set up with these players and set you off on a brand new adventure. That about wraps it up for this week. As always, if you have any questions, any queries about anything in the video, or indeed anything within the shop, do let us know. We'll be happy to answer. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the boardroom.